What's up, everyone? This is the Godfather Dictator.
And Sir from 17.
Welcome back to my Ninja Gaiden 2 Master Ninja No Damage run, and this is the last chapter. We are there.
Poisoned blood, the crucible, the final frontier, as Jean-Luc Picard would say.
And first fight of that chapter, what do we see? Those guys. So you know what I'm doing here?
I would hope you're going to spam the windmill shuriken, right?
Well, yes, but what I'm going to do
Are you
also...
gonna avoid them?
I think I'm going to avoid them, yeah, at some point, because there's a shroom actually behind, and I think it's like basically one of the best way to dispatch all those guys. Do you see the killing spree there?
24,000 killing spree. And you got it back, you jammy bugger.
Yeah, and you know why the 24,000? That means it's 3,000 per insta kill, right?
Mm-hmm.
So,
I think so.
So how much did I kill? I've killed quite a bit there.
Mathematics, it's not my strong spot.
But anyway, anyone that's good at math, do the math in your head. What's the
Well,
shit
it's
ton of
30,000
enemy?
for 10, isn't it? So just subtract
Yes.
2. I think. Is it 18? 8, sorry.
Yeah, I think it would be something like that. Yeah, don't worry about it.
I leave mathematics for people who are good at mathematics.
Yeah. At least you don't pretend you're good at it, so there's no worry there from me. Same here. I'm good at basic math. I did advanced math, and I don't remember half of it. So, I mean,
We got to Pythagoras' theorem and calculus and everything else, and I just said, when am I ever going to use this? Which is hopefully from an architect and an engineer every single day.
yeah, you're
but
not
I need
working
those
for
things.
fucking NASA, you know. And look at the nimbo drop right now. I mean, there's those times where I'm like, hey, I'm fortunate, you know, with the nimbo drop. There's a lot of time where you're like, hey, where's the nimbo drop? This time is not one of those times, you know.
You should open my boxes in Black Ops 4. I might actually be from them.
You know.
Because if you had my luck, you would have done this whole project and never seen a red. Not even one.
Yeah, you think that bad?
Oh, I know. Oh, if I was a racehorse, dude, I'd be getting both barrels around the back of the stable.
You're always looking at the butt of other horses.
Dude, I'd be a Pritt stick. I wouldn't even be a horse.
Okay, so actually, talking about fight that I skipped, there's another one coming up.
Oh yeah, is it against the crazy, stupid, crappy fish?
Yes.
The Blood River of Doom. I was wondering how you were going to do that, because I hate that place.
Or you were wondering how I was not going to do it in that case.
Well, you see, I know how I don't do it.
Yeah.
I was wondering how you did.
Yeah, right. On a serious note, though, I've kind of tried to see if I could, you know, do a cool fight there, and like, no, it's just pure cancer. There's nothing there.
There
I
are
don't.
a few places that feel like safe spots, but then you get hit.
Yeah.
So it's all complete RNG.
Yeah. So.
Unless somebody knows any better, which would be
And
interesting.
also, is there anyone that ever, like, killed this entire river here? How many fishes is there in that fucking place?
I'd like to think someone's done it,
Yeah.
but I've never done it, and I never will.
Yeah. And I don't know. I haven't seen anyone that done it. Like, if Big didn't
I don't
do
hate
it.
my life enough.
Yeah, if Big didn't do it, I don't think anyone else did. Here, it was funny, you know, that weird loading time that you would kind of have on the...
Yeah, do you see this? This is what every time you change weapon on 360 it looked like.
Yeah, but it happened
Every
on
single time you change Nimpo with that quick menu, it did that.
on the 1S right now.
Yeah,
So,
the new console is so good for loading those swaps.
so Genshin, first time with Tom Fuzz, in the second run, I might use them more actually.
Are you going to forward Y into hit confirm?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a really good technique. You can do that with a few different weapons as well.
Like into the, like it's forward Y, forward, you know, and then 360.
Fiend Genshin is so scary, man. It just reminds me of the Ultimate Ninja Trials in Ninja Gaiden Razor's Edge.
What he's like, he's dangerous there too, I guess.
Yeah, he's really dangerous, and in that game it drops your inputs and it feels like shit, and all those problems compound into something terrifying. But you have to kite one of these guys while your other friend kites 2 Genshins at the same time.
Yeah. That's wonderful, right? Tree Genshin, really smart.
It's really fun, yeah.
But you can see here that fight. I mean, right now I'm smacking him. You can say.
Yeah, you've got this down. You can tell your Genshin is getting really good. And he is one of the best bosses in the game because he's controllable, he's predictable,
He's a good
and
boss.
he's fun.
Yeah, I think he's a good boss. Now this is a bad boss, and
This is a terrible boss.
you see that's
Unless you're Lloyd.
And you see, that's one thing I didn't expect to do, but I gave her the respect she deserved by, you know, going, well, it's the Blade of the Archfiend.
Blade of the Archfiend, yeah.
Yeah, so I'm
Cards though, man. Level 4, right?
yeah, basically, yeah. It's like part of the, what is it, the true dragon sword with his sword?
Yeah, Genshin Sword and the True Dragon Sword. It's very good.
So here,
Hey, she didn't talk too much.
that's what I call doing a good bit of damage.
I love the chunks in Ninja Gaiden 2.
Like, they can chunk you.
Nice dodges, man.
You can chunk them. Thank you very much. And
that's not the easiest thing to do.
It's not. It's not. Well, it's kind of random up to a point. One thing that I do though at the end, you know, it's like I equip the claw at this point, and
yeah, there is a very strong flying swallow loop against Liz.
Yeah.
If you can.
Well, pretty much from the same thing that I did in the chapter 10. But what happened basically is that I fight her with the Blade of the Archfiend for the longest time, and then I'm like, I push my luck far enough. You know what I mean? Like, I did good damage with that combo and all of this, but I'm not taking any chance against that bitch. She's really unpredictable. She's really fast, and I just want to wrap it up at that point. Especially that it's almost like there I was kind of relieved, but I had totally forgotten about Draga, you know, and that's something that
now this guy is the boss of bosses, isn't he?
Yeah, that's something that
what
you get.
What a dumpster fire this one is.
The problem, man, is that guy control lightning better than Zeus himself. Fuck.
That electricity with the 9 years worth of an active hitbox.
And yeah, it's unreliable. You know, there would be time where you could like dash, jump, and dodge everything, while other time you're gonna do exactly that, and you're gonna keep getting fucking hit. You know. And
it's really sad too because he looks awesome, and then the fight is so shit.
It's so trash. It's so trash. But you know what though? I'm gonna show. Like, I think I'm having a really good fight against him. You want to know the funniest thing is I had to do it twice because I kind of fucked up the recording on the second one, and it was my fault.
Really?
Like, yeah, when I reached the last boss, I had done it off stream, and then I had to redo it on fucking stream. So yeah, so I did it twice.
Glutton for punishment.
You know, and without really wanting to though. But doing it twice, the second time around, even if there's still a huge RNG, you know, to the like to his lightning and all of that.
More manageable now. You've got a strat.
Yeah, like I found a better strat. You know, one thing that I do also at the end. Well, first of all, I do the claw move that I do on Alexei. You know, that reaches in the air. You know what I mean? Like the XX forward, the X in the air, and then you do the swipe back and forth. That move has
landed is so good.
It does a shit ton of damage, really good. And also when he's on the ground, and if there's no Van Gelf around, what you can do is you can charge with the Blade of the Archfiend. And the ultimate attack is so long for that usually by the time that you're done with the ultimate technique, it will also be done with his fucking lightning, you know?
Yeah, so you can use it for iframes. That's clever.
Yeah, it's pretty much the only thing that I found that works great, but even then, it's really not consistent. And for some reason, that one here, that Van Gelf always seemed to stay behind in that area.
He's a camper.
Yeah, he's a camper, and the funniest thing is that he once hit me doing exactly what he just did there. You know, he's camping back there, and then he goes with projectile when you don't expect it, and there you go, you just get fucking hit. It's really fucking annoying. So now I think I changed to Inferno, and we're getting into that notorious fight. And let's be honest, once you're past that fight, like, it's pretty much done. You know, the last boss is easy to manage. It's not too bad. At first I shit on it on Mentor, but yeah. This
is the true test, and then you're home free.
Yes. Also, when he goes with those pillar, you know, and then I have to use the 360 from the dual sword, because if not, like it's impossible to dodge.
I do like those black pillars in as much as they cause screen tearing on this version, because they remind me of an old school RPG with an almost unpronounceable name by the name of Suikoden 2.
So, you see here, he trolled me again.
Yeah.
Yeah, I thought he was gonna come down, you know, but what he
Just
does,
Ghostbuster lasers you.
and he respawned those fucker again. That was a very dick move actually, because there's a lot of time where after you kill them, that he's gonna come down, you know, like here right now, and that's where I'm charging. Like, oh, he's coming in close, and then your stupid ass lightning, dude. I'm in the fucking ultimate technique.
I love how close to him, and instead of finishing his combo, he was like, nah, fuck this, lightning time.
Right? And when he finishes his combo, actually, it's awesome. But you cannot rely on that, so I kept the Spirit of the Devil for that specific fight. And then usually he goes down again, and then when I see he's doing that, it means claw time, you know? Distance, yeah. Boom, boom, boom.
Ooh, look at that. Love that.
And I had a hard time at first lining it up, you know? It was...
Yeah, there's a particular spacing to it.
And if you're not placed properly, basically you will miss it. It's simple as that. So here, very lucky that I'm actually in the middle of the Nimbo, because look at that. Look at that, it's still going, fucking piece of shit. How long does that go? 10 years? And look, again. More lightning that lasts forever. I gotta do this ultimate technique that lasts for 1 minute, and then after I gotta go back and use a Nimpo because he's still, you know, in that fucking animation of the lightning. And good thing I came up with that thing with the Blade of the Archfiend, because I swear, every time here, I'm getting hit, you know?
You were getting really frustrated with one, and I completely understand it, because I was the same.
So here...
I think just, this is a fight that, no matter how you play the game, is always a frustrating one, because it just is.
Yeah, I agree. It's a dog shit fight, basically. So we're gonna kill that Van Gelf after. I think I'm gonna go for an Nimpo. Yeah, I'm not even. You see, I thought about it. I'm not even risking it. You know, and I think actually here I kill him with this at the end, but with an Nimpo, because what he does again, go for fucking lightning. You know.
If he didn't do that, if it was tweaked a little bit to be not what it was, that could be a really cool boss. He's got so much potential to him.
I wouldn't mind lightning that is dodgeable, you know?
Yeah.
That's why I don't mind it, but a boss where lightning tracks you and it's just totally BS, there's nothing fun. And of course, the ultimate troll, you know, we see it till the end, before the last boss, a fucking chest of ghost fish, yeah. The ultimate troll, basically.
Find your habit of a lifetime, right?
Yeah. That's my favorite enemy, by the way. You know why I made an emote of it.
He's the best.
Yeah.
Just like this boss, how this boss is the best boss in the game.
Yeah. That one,
when I think Ninja Gaiden, I think flipping around firing arrows at it like it's a tank.
Yeah, right.
Helicopter.
Good thing, though, is that guy has a pretty easy pattern, which is like fire, jump, dash, jump, and that's
very
it.
Consistent.
Very consistent.
And then watch out for his tail swipe sometimes on these bits, because they can actually hit you.
Can they though?
I think so.
Like that's I wasn't sure about that. Like
I think I've been hit by it.
I didn't want to stay too close though to it, you know, to risk it. But I'm not sure if you can get hit by it.
I feel like my motto is, if you can get hit by it, I'm hit by it in this game.
Yeah. Like you've been hit by everything that you can get hit by in the game, right? Oh my god. Well, who hasn't though?
Hit me. Yeah, that's pretty much the way it works, isn't it? The game is just so merciless the whole time. And then people seem to think that Bloodborne is harder than this, which I find laughable.
And you know, from a point of reference, like I never played it, but you played those games, so you
Bloodborne can be very difficult, especially if you put the right restrictions in place. It is not this. And a lot of people that judge Bloodborne as a more difficult game than this only beat this game on Acolyte or Warrior. They didn't even come close to touching Master Ninja, or that opinion just...
Okay, so again, technical issues all over the place. So that boss, what we were saying, a very easy boss, a reliable pattern. And then we get to the last part of this. I'm not sure, again, not sure if we can get hit by the tail here.
You gotta jump, man. You gotta try to get hit.
Yeah, I think next time, you know what? I'm gonna try it for fun. I'm gonna stand real close, and I'm gonna see what happens. And then if I get hit, I'll When I do the
DM,
commentary,
slide into my DMs.
I'll give you credit for it. I will be like, Seraphim was right.
I've got a question for you, dude.
Yeah, go ahead.
How do you think that this guy, in the grand scheme of huge, reality ending, how does he compare to the original Ninja Gaiden as far as the big, the Emperor, the crazy dude, and the flying around on the rock in the shmup section?
Well, it's funny actually now that you say that. It's like we don't get a version of the second Emperor, so technically this guy, I don't know, does he correspond to the one you're fighting on the platform, and then the second form is supposed to be the skull one? I don't know, but I feel like this one in term of size looks like the one you fight probably on the platform, but then the last boss look kind of similar-ish to that also, but in another form. I don't know. It is quite strange, and I mean, if we compare obviously to Mirai, that's like a human that evolved. Is different. I mean, because technically this one here, I've not paid him too much attention to the story, but I think it's like he's an ancient fiend, right?
Yeah, it's the archfiend.
So basically, in term of monster, it's like it's the ultimate monster, if you want. The root of all evil.
I do like his final form, but when I look back to Ninja Gaiden, I really remember, that cutscene in the original where it's that green field, and you see the creature, and it's just such a contrast to everything you've seen. This like beautiful and rich meadow, and then juxtaposed with that sky, and then just this creature, this entity.
And then when he get up, everything burns around, right?
Yeah, and it just shatters that paradise, doesn't it? Whereas here you're in Satan's colon. It's the beige rocks of Beige City versus beige boss in beige, firing beige blood at you. But the whole thing is, I mean, it's graphically nice and it's got a good sense of scale, but it doesn't compare for me until the end when you're on top of the volcano and it's all crazy, and then it turns into Diablos from Final Fantasy VIII.
yeah, like the epic transformation. One thing I can say though is I feel there's a lot of the what?
I think he was called Diablo. Sorry, I gave him an S there.
Maybe Diablo. I don't know about this. That's why I didn't say anything.
A different language for devil, right?
Yeah. It is that. That is guaranteed. What I'm saying is that here, that fight, in my opinion, and I don't know what's your take on it. They could have done it a two-parter instead of being like four-part like this, where you do one quarter. It could have been
it overstays its welcome, doesn't it?
Yeah, because it's
not
always
as interesting as it should.
No, it's always the same thing, and I mean, I don't need to do that 4 times to understand the concept. Here, very strange hitbox. You see, it was.
Yeah, you just won this. I think he's in invincibility frames. That's what that was.
For a certain amount of time, yeah, that's definitely what it is. So, that fight, do it twice, half his health, then he's dead. That would have been good. 4th time like this, I think, is a little bit overkill. It's pretty much just a way to you risk being hit. Funniest thing though, even if there's a really reliable pattern for this, that once I actually got hit by a fucking random orb that came out of nowhere that I'd never seen in my entire life on that boss before.
Doesn't surprise me one bit.
Very weird. It happened once, but it shows you that even on the boss that are more reliable and they have a good strat, that there can even be bullshit there, And here I'm kind of happy of my fighting there because I actually, fight him like can fight him more legit than that. I actually dodge his move, I'm only using iframe move when I need to. When he does that pounce move, it has a different time of dodging that can actually be really tricky. I've done that multiple times, which
you were definitely patient on this fight.
Yeah, because I was trying different method also, and I think that's one of the most reliable method. That one here, that is not easy to do.
Slam.
On Master Ninja, you also do 1 extra hit, so it makes it harder. I can go for 4, and then
I like this boss a lot.
Yeah, at first, you remember I did not like it on Mentor. I kind of complained about it a lot, and then when I understood the pattern, I kind of got more respect for the boss. It's definitely not a bad boss. and you can control most part of it. Actually, he's pretty fair all around. I mean, there's the bullshit here and there, when he's on the ground and he can randomly hit you while he's doing the walk of doom or something.
Yeah, the walking.
that has really weird hitbox overall. But if not, it's pretty manageable, and it's not too bad for final boss, I think.
No, they did a good job with this one. He looks cool, he's fun to fight, and he's fair in many ways, which you don't hear me say that often.
For this game, no. And you see it's there. I decide to go more in the air at the end. It deals a little more damage. The problem is the connecting here. You can see that I'm doing like very little damage on the.
It's almost like you're hitting him in an armored state.
Yeah, it's definitely strange. And honestly, him seeing do this, go on the platform and then back up and go back on the platform like this, I've rarely seen him do that. Let's just say that he stayed in the air quite more than what I was expecting. I've never seen him be in the air that much in all the other tries that I did, so it was definitely interesting. And there goes the 4 hits. You see, that was the one I was
dodges,
talking
clutch,
about.
and again. Hey, only did 2.
Yeah.
Wow, the OT wasn't generous on this part, was it?
It's very low the amount of health. And there we have it with the Blade of the Archer. And you see, the OT is very satisfying for that because it goes for a charge at the end. You see, that's the only boss I think you do this against. And if you look at it, it's like a bigger version of a Van Gelf. So, I mean, that was the entire run, guy. And the funniest thing I'm going to tell you before we see it there, because I think I leave the credit and all of this, is that I get a terrible rank for that run. The game gives me lesser ninja, I think, or something
Ninja
like this.
dog.
To me, it's like just a slap in the face. But anyone that knows that game will know that the Ninja Gaiden ranking at the end of chapter is solely based on karma. So if you go for a high karma and you try, to milk the point, you're pretty much always going to get Master Ninja. And there's one other thing I'm going to say, because there's, like, we talked about it in chapter 2, but we're going to say it again for people to put in perspective. But that was my first Master Ninja run ever. So my first Master Ninja run, I did no damage run. I'm even gonna leave the video till the end so you guys can see me getting the achievement for the first time ever. So on my part, I hope you guys enjoyed that run, as it was really fucking insane to do and it was fucking hard. But in the end, the final result, I really liked it, and I'm gonna let Mr. Seraphim conclude. That's all for me, guys. I'm out.
There you go, guys. History in the making. World's first ever recorded Ninja Gaiden 2. And I'm privileged enough to be able to have lent my voice to this, so mad props for Godfather for letting me do this. And now enjoy the fantastic credits to a game that I think really needs more attention, because there hasn't really been anything like it since then. And all of these people that it's mentioning here are the people who enabled this to happen, who gave us such a gift of frustration, anger, misery, but also beauty and elegance. Last time here, thank you for watching, and you take care now.
Alright, so I wanted to do special thanks to DMD of DMC for getting me the game, Farnham the Drunk, and Master Lubu for the help with the strategy on the live stream. I hope everyone enjoyed this run. We'll catch up next time.